Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, on the 24th of December 2024, I set out to run a marathon. In the beginning of the year 2024, I made a personal commitment to myself that I was going to run a marathon. And throughout the month of January down to November, I didn't run the marathon. But as December was fast approaching, I made it clear to myself that I must run this marathon. And the goal for me running this marathon was just to finish what I started, which I eventually completed. I was able to run the 42.2 kilometer race. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys about my experience running this marathon with no preparation, because I wasn't prepared for the marathon. Until on the 24th of December, I just picked up my boots, picked up my shirt, and went out to run the marathon. So stay tuned. Okay, so on the 24th of December 2024, at precisely 8:50 a.m., I set out to run the marathon. And what I'm just going to be doing right now is giving you guys my experience on how running the marathon was like. So my first 3 kilometers into the race was relatively easy because I'm not actually like very new to running. I've been running since about 2021, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, and just February 2024, I ran the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon, the 10-kilometer race, and I was able to complete that in the space of about 1 hour. So running is not something that I just started getting into. And you need to also know that the maximum kilometer that I've run without getting tired is about like 5 kilometer ish. Yeah, 5 kilometer ish. That's the maximum kilometer I'll be able to run without getting tired. So my first 3 kilometer into this race was relatively easy, and after my first 3 kilometer I got tired. Then I started walking, because you need, like, mind you, the goal for this race was just to finish what I've actually started. Yeah, so I started walking, and I walked for about, like, say 500 meter ish or 800 meters. And I started the race again. I was able to complete an extra 2 kilometers, which brought it up to about 5 kilometer. Yeah, and in the beginning of the race, I divided my running route into 2 segments. So I had the longer segment and I had the shorter segment. The longer segment was 5 kilometer going, 5 kilometer coming back, and the shorter segment was 2.5 kilometer going and 2.5 kilometer coming back. So I started with the longer segments. The goal was completing the last segment, that was 10 kilometer. Then taking the shorter segments, running it twice, which was going to give me a total of 10 kilometer. So I was going to be 20 kilometer. Then taking the longer segment again, adding another extra 10 kilometer to it, totaling it to about 30 kilometer. Then taking the shorter segment again, adding another 10 kilometer to it, totaling it to about 40 kilometer. Then running another 2.5 kilometer with shorter segment to just complete the 42.2 kilometer. So that was the way I planned the race to be. Now, after my 3 kilometer I ran, then on getting to my 5 kilometer mark, mind you, I didn't prepare for this marathon. I didn't even eat that early morning, so I was running this marathon on an empty stomach. So I get to my 5 kilometer mark, I had to like buy water. Yeah, drank the water, then continued, took some pictures. Yes, then I continued the race back. Then on going back, I ran about 2 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really have like the exact figures in my head. I ran about 2 kilometers. And after that 2 kilometers, I rested again. Yes, and after that resting, I also took some videos, some pictures. Yes, with my friend. And shout out to my friend for showing up that day, because most of the videos you guys are seeing in this clip were shot by him. Then after that shooting part and taking the pictures and all of that, I completed. Did I run straight to the finish line? I can't really recollect if I ran straight to the finish line. No, I didn't. Yes, I didn't. I ran for about maybe 1 kilometer or so. Then I stopped again and I ran for about another 1 kilometer. Yes, that was about like 4 kilometers plus the walking brought it up to about under 5 kilometers. But on checking my Strava, it was about 11 kilometers. That 5 kilometers I had in my head was just me pinpointing the marks with Google Map to know, like, okay, from here to here was how many kilometers. So Strava told me it was about 11 kilometers from completing that, which was actually a good thing. Then After that, my friend had to go. So from that point, I didn't have any clip at all. So I just had to record some clips on my phone, which you guys are going to see next.
What's going on, guys? So currently I'm at 11.60 kilometer, if I'm not mistaken, currently in my 42.2 kilometer marathon race. And so far, I would say that I actually expected my leg to be what was going to like give me issue, but it's not actually my leg that's giving me issue. I'm actually like feeling like stomach ache. I don't know if it's due to the fact that I've not taken morning food, or it's just a normal thing when you're running for a long period of time. Regardless, the goal for the marathon is to finish what I started.
Then I set out to run my other 2.5 kilometer going and coming, just 5 kilometer. Now on that second leg, yes, of my shorter, on that first leg of my shorter segment, that was when it began to dawn on me that okay, this marathon was not really an easy feat at all.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So quick update regarding the run. Currently I'm at 14.3 kilometer. I actually want to shout because I don't think you guys can hear me. So I'm at 14.3 kilometer and my time currently is about 2 hours 11 minutes. So I'm out here using my decision. I'm backing on this marathon, but regardless, I have to finish what I started. Even though it's going to take me 10 hours, I just have to finish it.
Yeah, I was aware that it was not going to be an easy thing. That was what I just told myself from the beginning, was just finish what you started, prove to yourself that you can finish what you have started. So on that shorter segment, I ran for about like 1 kilometer and I started feeling this like sharp pain in my stomach, and that sharp pain stayed throughout the whole marathon. I started feeling like this sharp pain inside my stomach, but I didn't allow that to stop me. But from that point, my marathon was consisting majorly of about 100 meter run, 100 meters walking. So till the end, that's what it was consisting about, which you guys will see in the clip that I recorded during the marathon. Then after my 2.5 kilometer going, coming, I did it twice. Then after the twice, which was at that point I was having about 20 kilometer. I think I completed my half marathon at that period.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So currently I've successfully completed half marathon on this race. So I've run for about 21.1 kilometer and I ran that 21.1 kilometer in the space of 3 hours 23 minutes ish, if I'm not mistaken. So far how's the run been? It's not been easy, I won't lie. After like my 15 kilometer or so, I want to run for 100 meters. It's so freaking hard. I run for like 100 meters, walk for about like 900 meters, run for about like 100 meters. Because for me, the goal about this marathon is just to finish the race. I don't really care about the pace I used to run the race. Just finish the race, prove to yourself that you can finish what you start. You're capable of achieving things even though the progress is slow. So currently I'm on my journey for my next 10 kilometer. So that's going to make it to about 31.1. Then after that, I'll do my last 10 kilometer, 11 kilometer ish. So I'll keep you guys updated. Stay tuned, please.
I rested for a while because I was really tired. I can't lie. I rested for about like maybe 10 to 20 minutes before I continued. Then I continued to go for my other 10 kilometer. Now, after running the 5 kilometer, on my coming back for the other 5 kilometer, so I didn't carry my power bank with me, and I was using my phone to record the race with Strava. So I didn't carry my power bank with me, and at about 2.5 kilometer into the return leg of the 5 kilometer, my phone died. But before my phone died, I already called my brother to like bring my power bank for me. But unfortunately, he didn't bring the power bank. We didn't get to. I told him to bring the power bank, so I had to like walk back home all the way from here. Now that extra 2.5 kilometer, I didn't walk back here. I think yes, I took a cab. I took a cab back home. Now that extra 2.5 kilometer there, That was like 2.5 kilometer lost. But I just got back home, picked up the power bank, and thankfully Strava didn't stop counting. Yes, it just continued from where I stopped. I'm thankful for that. So I then took my shorter routes around my extra 10 kilometer with a shorter routes. Then I did not run. When I'm saying run, I actually walked because most of like it was just 90% walking and 10% running from my after my like 11 kilometer. So that was just that was how my race was. Then after that extra 2.5 kilometer, I think I did another 5 kilometer. I don't really know everything at the top of my head any longer, but all I knew was that I started that race at about 8 o'clock, 8:50 in the morning, and at about like 7:30 in the evening I was still running that race. Yeah, according to Strava, I said it took me 8 hours 45 minutes. That's time I was moving, regardless. That's eliminating my pause time and all. So it took me about 8 hours 45 minutes. But I knew like in total it took me about 12 hours to complete that race if I'm to add both my rest period and all of that. And I didn't even complete the 42.2 kilometers on the road. So at that 7:30 I just had to come back home, walked back home. Then I finished about like I think 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer inside my compound because I was really tired. And after that 42.23 kilometer, though my leg was sore for about like 2 to 3 days, but during the race I was not feeling that soreness in the leg. The only thing that was not making me to run was I was feeling that sharp pain in my stomach and I was feeling very tired. But the soreness on the leg, I was not really feeling it that much. I only felt it like 2 or 3 days after the marathon, and it was really, really heavy. After like another 3 days, the whole pain died off. So that was just how my marathon was. So from this, what I learned was that marathon is just all about endurance. Yeah, I might go for another one this year. I might run another one this year, hoping to reduce my timing and with my further marathons reduce my timing. Yeah. So that's just it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for tuning in.